Okay. Good evening, Richard. This is Peter Lander. By now you should know who I am, and you should have been informed of me and of my circumstances. And just in case you haven't, I have decided to make a series of issues of communiques directly to you, and I will ensure that they reach you so that you can receive and you can know the narrative of my story. As you can see tonight, I am in a celebratory mode because I have just achieved a magnificent victory here on the island of Dominica, in which I have succeeded in my litigation. Cut. No, I'm not ready to continue. You know, Mr. Bracken, today I won a case over 150 acres of land. And tomorrow, I become 100% focused on the cause for justice for Mimi Godin Lander, my wife, whom was killed by this man, whom you chose for me to work on her on the 10th of March of 2013. As you can see, sir, today is a special day and a special night. It is the night of the All Saints. It is the night that we recognize, as we did in ancient Egypt, of all of our ancestors and the power of their sainthood. And it is the first day, the first All Saints Day, that I am recognizing Mimi as a saint who has entered into eternity. But I smoke this cigar in her honor and in the honor of the victory that she has given me today. And I know that she is preparing for me a much more formidable victory, because the people who killed her will never go free for what they have done. And that includes the HCA Corporation, sir. Your corporation, HCA, Healthcare of America, your holding company, has incurred a blood debt against my family. And we have made the necessary communications to you. And I do not know if any of the messages are reaching you directly, but certainly this one will. Because tonight we're going to have a fireside conversation about the matter that is between us. A fireside conversation about Mr. Bracken, I reckon on the 23,000 square feet estate that you leave, and of the $47 million you took home last year at the expense of shareholders, that you're probably drinking, I don't know what to speculate, but I just want to let you know, tonight on All Saints Day night, in honor of the sainthood of Saint Mimi the Magnificent, we're going to have a sip of Johnny Walker Blue. And we have in the backyard 2 chickens, 2 roosters. One rooster represents this man. Marc David Krock, and the other one represents HCA, Healthcare Corporation of America. You have incurred a blood debt on me and on my family. You have taken away my most trusted confidant. It is analogous to your wife Judith being taken away from you. It is analogous to you being taken away from Judith. But at the hands of incompetency and mediocrity, Mr. Bracken, the Emergency Technical Service, the EMTs, made the diagnosis for your major medical hospital. And because my wife did not have insurance, they did not choose to do a diagnosis. And they went on the diagnosis of the EMT. I met my wife, she was alive and well, and they killed her. You know, Richard, I have something called the Curse of the Voodoo Master. And before the night is over, and we shall transition to this November 2nd, we will cast the Curse of the Voodoo Master on Marc David Krock. Because Marc David Krock is an incompetent, he is an imposter, and you have allowed him to infiltrate the system, and you have created a state of collusion whereby people are being killed every day in your institutions, all 162 of your hospitals, and you're getting away with it without any consequence. In addition to what may be being done in terms of Medicare, Medicaid, and other types of insurance fraud. Richard, when someone incurs a blood debt against another person, it can become an intergenerational struggle. That is not what I seek. What I seek is that you would receive the proper information of what is happening in your enterprise. Because I know deep in your heart, you did not set up to create an institution that can be considered as being a perpetuator of crimes against humanity. Because what happened to Mimi on that day was a crime against a person, and it is a crime against humanity. On this day and on this occasion, to all of the dearly departed, to all my saints, I send you this offering. O Blessed One, and to you, Mimi, and to Auntie Ines and Auntie Yvonne, to Geoffrey, and to all of the tens and the thousands of souls whom I have known in my time who have departed. Hear my prayer, hear my cry. Cast your protection over me, and in your honor, and on this day, know that I remember you, and know that I worship you, and know that you will never be forgotten. And wait for me at the gates of eternity, and I will find you there. Richard, we have a blood debt score to settle between the HCA Corporation and my family. And I would welcome the opportunity that you would send a message for your noble emissary, Mr. Joel Steed. Mr. Joel Steed has indeed represented you and represented you very well. And I am willing to negotiate with him and with no one else. And what I await from you, from the board of the directors and from the company, is an offer that we cannot refuse. We await an offer that we cannot refuse for the killing of our mother god, Mimi Godin Lander. Mr. Bracken, I do not come wishing you or any member of your family or any member of the board ill. But a major tragedy has occurred, a major error as a result of poor management practices, poor processes, things that you yourself may not be aware of. In some ways, I can be an ally to you and to the company and to protect the interests of the shareholders, of which we are. We are also shareholders of the company. And what has befallen us has given us an opportunity to see where the flaws are in the management processes. And we would like to be of assistance to you within the context of trying to resolve the issue of the settlement of the blood debt. Because we are a people who do believe in an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth, plus 7. And so, it is simply that when one has wronged someone, just like it is in the Torah, in the Quran, in the Bible, and in all of the holy books that we all claim to follow, there is a rule for the settlement of retribution. And so we humbly await to hear from you. Until such time, we'll proceed with the matters having to do with David Krock, because he's an evil man. And we're coming to demonstrate to you where the flaws are in your system, that you can allow people like that to go on killing people daily without accountability. We are coming to put accountability in place. Mr. Bracken, what I want to share with you is that I'm a friend. I'm deeply hurt. I'm in deep pain. I've not been able to work now since March. And my family is in crisis. If only you can reach out to us, even if a phone call or an email, and let us know that you're truly a man who cares about people. It would touch my heart. But in the meantime, Mr. Bracken, you have to understand that we have to do what we have to do to achieve justice. And justice delayed is justice denied. I want you to know that I'm fully aware of your capabilities and your reach. I mean, any man who makes $47 million knows Joe Biden helped surpass Obamacare so you can make more profits for your major hospital corporation. Believe me, Mr. Bracken, I have a dossier on you. I have a dossier on every member of the board of directors. I have dossiers on who are the major shareholders, the major stakeholders in HCA. And just like T-Bone Pickens and Carl Icahn, if they can say things and make things happen, let me let you know, Mr. Bracken, Peter Lander is coming. And Peter Lander is going to speak and people are going to listen. Because when Peter Lander speaks, people listen. Mr. Bracken, all that we ask for so a family can move on is an offer that we cannot refuse. And until such time, we have ways and we have means. And we will prepare our case. Here in Dominica, I have made the necessary arrangements to take the matter before the International Court. Because what I allege is that HCA is engaged in crimes against humanity. Mr. Bracken, on the Day of the Dead, on the day of the recognition of the sainthood of all of our ancestors, which some people only do it today, I do it every day, at the dawn, at the dusk, at every meal, and at every consultation and at every decision. I know that Mimi protected me fiercely in this life, and that she will continue to protect me and to guide my hands from eternity. I smoke these 2 forms of tobacco because my aunt, who gave me the power of intuition, she smoked the pipe. And the cigar is a symbol to the spirits and to awaken them with that sweet aromatic flavor of the best tobacco from Havana. And when you call on those spirits and you cast the prayers to them on a day like today, all your prayers become answered. So if you wish for a person, say I decided I want to visit upon you prostate cancer or cancer of the spleen, none of your institutions can save you. And Mr. Bracken, if Dick Cheney can be on all of the televisions in America talking about how he cheated death, you can never fucking explain to me why you killed my fucking wife. You understand me? If George Bush had 90% clock and he's alive, Mimi was supposed to fucking come home with me on that day. And I need an explanation, and I have not received one. And you will be held accountable because you are the fucking CEO and the chairman of the board. You are the head motherfucker, the dictator. And under your watch, she was killed. So I talk to no one but you. Mr. Bracken, when this man killed my wife, he never spoke to me. He treated me like a nigger. And I'm not a nigger. And my wife was not a nigger. And this shit got to stop. It ends here. You are going to be held accountable and you're going to be held here. And I'm going to see this man go to prison. And some other people too as well, depending on how things play out. You guys believe that you're immune from prosecution. But I want to remind you that Bernie Madoff went down. Bernie Ebbers went down. Okay? And none of you are above reproach. And I know you, but you do not know me. I study you. I know your vices. I know your watering holes. I even know your mistress. And I know the black women that you have fucked. So you cannot fool me. I know you. You don't know me. And when I tell Judith about you, and when I come to Tennessee, and all of your socialites, they will know that you're just another thug. It takes a thug to become the chief executive officer and the chairman of the board. And I want to be like you. I'm coming to follow in your footsteps. But you got a blood debt to settle. And we are waiting for your offer that we cannot refuse. And we assure you that if there is a justice for Mimi, if we don't see justice for Mimi, we are going to show you what a small man, a peasant farmer with a small axe, who sharpens the axe on a grinding stone, and how he uses that axe to cut down a big, big tree. And I'm telling you, I'm coming for HCA. HCA killed Mimi. You killed God. And God is going to unleash upon you the fury of God. And you see this man? He's already self-destructing. He's with a hoe. A hoe. He does cocaine. He does ecstasy. He comes to work high. The nurses come to work high. I know the people who sell them the drugs. When last were you drug tested? When last was the board drug tested? Tonight, Mr. Braxton, I cast, finally, Mimi sent him the letter of judgment. This man is suing his wife and garnishing her wages for $7,000. He's such a low character. This woman is with is all over the internet. She's a prostitute, talking about how she fucking a doctor. So you know they get high together. So you think I'm a fucking fool? You don't think I know you get high too? Huh? And your wife, you give her, you got all these millions and your hair thinning and she's still not giving you no pussy. So you gotta go get new pussy. And I can get you pussy, but you need to come and make it right. And I don't care what you think about me. You killed my wife. I don't have to talk to you in a certain special way. I don't have to be polite. What do you think? Wait till somebody come or you fall victim to your own design. Let Judith come down with a heart attack and get into the hands of an incompetent. And they don't know it's you, it's her wife. Let you, some happen to you, and an incompetent get a hold of you, and you fall, and you get the curse of the fate of Mimi. And then you will know my name, and you'll remember me. But I'm not going to play this with you, sir. Because this man, tonight, we cast the curse of the Voodoo Master against him. And he is a coward. I was the hero. My wife died, I brought her back to life. And this man killed her. And your employees in Plano conspired and covered the death for 2 fucking hours. And they thought I was an ignorant nigger, that I wouldn't figure it out. But I was not a nigger, sir. You don't know me, sir, but I know you. And let me tell you, you know, Richard, you really got to taste this straight to really appreciate the flavor. And you know, there's nothing, you know, part of my heritage comes out of Scotland. And with your real Scottish blood, you got to be able to hold your whiskey and hold it straight. I don't know what you drink, but if we ever have a chance, you and I can have a drink together. I'll pay. If you want me to bring you a Havana cigar, let me know and I'll get you a few delivered to you at your home address. And US Customs will not be able to intercept it. I can do those things. Now, Richard, tonight, there is nothing I cannot wish for that will not come true. But I've never met you in person, and I'll give you the benefit of the doubt, and I will not pray against you, but I will pray against this man. You see, he's with a prostitute in a club. He's on Twitter. Go look at his Twitter. Go check some of the doctors you got working in those hospitals. Some of the nurses, some of them, they don't know the difference between cc's and milligrams. Fucking people are killing them, and every time you're getting away with it. You're not gonna get away with me. You're not gonna get away with what you did to Mimi. And I'm advising you, you need to come and talk to us. Send your emissary. I don't want no new emissary. Mr. Steed is the only person that have given me or shown us and my family respect and human dignity. And whether the board decides, because of what we're asking for, that they have to use somebody else, we'll refuse. We'll only negotiate with Steeds. With Steed, not Steeds, Steed. Now hear this, and hear this well. If I pray for you, and I dream of you, things will happen. Don't ever think you're above prosecution. And I know if you made $47 million last year, you did a lot of manipulation. And I have a strong feeling if I come and examine the accounting of the corporation, that you might have to restate the financial statements. You see, Mr. Steele, I'm a financial advisor. I study the market. I study the market. So I know you, but you do not know me. Mr. Steele, Mr. Bracken, what does it feel like to live in a 23,000 square feet house? Bring home 47 million. And you only have a degree in hospital management. Why do you think kids gonna go to school for computer science, physics, or mathematics, or hold America? America will be ruled by China soon. Because you greedy ass capitalists, how many people you have given scholarships to go and do something to keep our country strong? But you sit in there manipulating the system. You're a CEO and chairman, so that means you're the chief dictator. You're an asshole, because you have to be an asshole to rule. You're not a softy man. You're ruthless. I know that, and you know that. And I'm just as ruthless as you are. I never messed with you before. I came to buy medical services from you. I came to do business with you. And you fucked me over. You killed my fucking wife. And for that, you need to make amends. And in this message I'm sending to you is to let you know, without any reservation, that amends has to be made, and it needs to be made quickly, because justice denied, justice delayed is justice denied. Mr. Bracken, truth is on my side, and truth always triumphs over falsehood. And the act of the moral universe bends towards justice. And you know, my eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord. And she has unleashed where the grapes of wrath are stored. I don't know all the words. I don't know it by heart, but you know what I'm talking about, the battle hymn of the Republic. And let me tell you this, she done sounded the trumpet that never calls retreat. And I saw how you kill her. So I know you could kill me, you could kill any of my kids, and the police won't get involved, the medical board won't get involved, because you're all in collision with each other. But you've never met me, sir. And I'm coming to change all that shit. Now that I am coming, and now you have met Peter the Rock. Now you have met Peter the Rock. Oh, blessed Mimi, blessed was thou among the women when you walked the earth as a God with me. And we did give life together, and you did create 4 gods. Pray for us believers, now and in the hour of our battles. And if we should fall, pray for us at the hour of our death. And wait for me, Mimi, at the gates of eternity, and I will meet you there when I come. On this occasion, I will drink of your remains as we drink of the blood of Jesus, and give my regards to my cousin Jesus, and let him know that he shall keep the council of saints in session for all the time that the blood of the Godin and the blood of the Lander shall exist. And when I come to meet you, I will come to cheer the council of the saints, and cast upon them all that I pray for, and make my spell stronger than they were when you walk with me together. And now when I call and I invoke you, do unto them that which I envision. Amen. You know, Mr. Bracken, these are pieces of bones. You know, even after you try to get rid of the body, just like you all did in Germany, Hitler, in the gas chamber and in the incinerators, there's still bones left. And I drink this bone, I swallow it, and Mimi possesses me. She possesses me with her charm, her dignity, and her patience. Mr. Bracken, I have an insurance policy in Chicago, and the people in Chicago, they always deliver. I have signed over my insurance to them. So if anything should happen to me, they know what to do. This is the way of America, it's the way of the world. But Mr. Bracken, I want to ask you this question. If you should die, if you should fall, do you think Judith would drink of your body and drink of your blood and drink of your water that you were bathed in? Mr. Bracken, Judith was with you when you didn't have shit. Do you think if she fall tomorrow that you will drink of her body and drink of her water? I assure you not. Because you are not a believer in the rites of ancient Egypt. You mistake us for people of ignorance, but we are the pharaohs. We descended from ancient Egypt, and we brought with us traditions. And you have tried to take everything from us and repackage it and enslave us and sold it back to us. But on tonight is the night of all the holy saints, and all prayers to them will be answered. But guess what? I say no prayers against you or your family tonight. But this man will certainly, the spirits will visit him. He'll be bankrupted. He will never find love. He'll fuck hoes. He'll continue coming to work high. He'll kill more people. He'll create more liabilities for you. He'll ruin the goodwill and the good name of your business. And then you'll say, oh, Peter Lander was right. I should have listened to him, but it'll be too late. But all I say to you, sir, HCA has a blood debt. I'm coming home to settle it. It's going to be my focus, because we have to have justice for Mimi in 2013. And I pray for you, I pray for your wife, I pray for your children. I tell you, all the money you have, you need to do something for humanity. Otherwise you'll choke on it, you'll end up with prostate cancer, you will end up with things that will degrade you, and all your socialite people, they'll forsake you. And then you'll have a Mexican washing your ass, or an immigrant from the Caribbean bathing you. And I will tell them to abuse you for what you have done. This is what can happen, sir, but it doesn't have to happen that way. All you have to do is understand that you have committed a crime against humanity. And for those crimes, I can take you to The Hague, I can take you to the International Court of Justice, and I can take you before the United Nations. I am writing the case right now. I'm going to make history, sir, because I'm destined for greatness. That's why my name is Peter Emmanuel Landerberg. We dropped the bird to avoid prosecution and persecution. But we see, even with that, you look at us and you think you are the chosen one, and we are not. And you think because I'm brown and Mimi's a little chocolate, you're gonna kill her. Well, let me tell you this, sir. I don't have to leave my house. I don't have to do nothing but think it and it will happen. And if you want to call my bluff, let me think it and you will see what will happen. Because you will see soon what will happen to this motherfucker. That motherfucker gonna take the coward's way out. Because he's a fucking coward and a killer. And he's killed before. He's incompetent. And you are an apologist for incompetency. You are complacent and complicit in crimes against humanity. It may take me 100 years, but when I engage in a battle, I do not retreat and I do not surrender. Sir, I send you my blessing, Your Holiness. Coupe. Hello? Peter Lander. Fitzroy, I need a ride to the airport tomorrow for my flight at 2. Seaborn. Give me a call as soon as you get this message. It's not even fucking 11 o'clock and you're not answering your fucking phone. Anyway, you got my number. Call me back. Mr. Bracken, Richard, this is your best friend, Peter. I want us to become friends and go play golf together. Travel to Brazil and around the world in exotic places and meet exotic women. Because when you got that kind of money, you're entitled. I don't even have your money and I'm entitled, okay? Now you see, I've been drinking more since you killed my wife. Has been my medication. You see this man? I cast upon him the remains of Mimi. Look at this bone, Richard. It's a bone. It's a bone. Okay? You see it? I cast it upon him. And then I will take the water from the bathing of the dead. It's called Mimi's water. This man, Richard, is going to hang himself. He's going to face financial ruin. He's going to lose his house. He's going to lose his medical license. And then he's going to kill himself. He still has to pay me for killing my wife. But you know, he don't have to be around to do that because his insurance company goes on. Now, Richard, cast upon him now the spirits that will seal his soul and seal his faith. And you will come to know me. You will come to know me. And you will become a believer when you see what becomes of Marc David Krock. He had the bone of Mimi with him. Look at this. Marc David Krock, you have been tried in absentia, and you have been found to be an incompetent and an imposter, and you killed Mimi just because you could, and you expected to get away with it. But tonight I cast upon you the curse of the Voodoo Master. You will fail in everything that you do, in business, in love, and you will kill yourself. Yeah, Mr. Bracken, we're not rich like you. You gotta use peasant matches. For the blood of Mimi, you will pay. And you will pay the ultimate price. For you slaughtered her like an unhelpless sheep. And you will pay the price of the coward. Oh, Mimi, possess me with your spirit. Look over me and take care of the enemies. Possess this house and protect it. Look at this bone, Mr. Braxton.
And wait for me at the gates of eternity, and I will find you there. Amen. This is all I have to say, Mr. Braxton. This is all I have to say, Richard. I hope I never have to pray for you and your family the way I have had to pray for Marc Krock, for he is an incompetent and an imposter, and HCA has a blood debt, and a blood debt is a serious debt. I trust that you're a man of wisdom and a man of knowledge, and that you'll reach out to me so that I can find peace, and I can come to settlement, and that Mimi can rest in peace, because Mimi is a vicious saint. She is deadly, and there's nothing that I will ask that she will not take to St. Michael. She will not take to the council of the saint. All the dead people we know, her father, my grandmother, my father, Jesus, Sarah and Leah, Moses and Isaac. And they will answer my prayers, because I'm a lucky man. In all my life, I have always vanquished those who have come upon me, particularly when there's no blood on my hands, and you have blood on your hands, my family's blood. Sir, stop. Do not consider this a threat. This is no threat, sir. This is a prayer on the day of the recognition of the sainthood of Mimi. Mimi was not buried. She was canonized, and she was declared to be the patron saint of love and family. If your wife ain't fucking you, your dick can't get hard, you talk to Mimi, she'll help you. But she's also vicious in protecting the ones she loved and the ones she cared for, like she was in this life. And if she's invoked to do harm to anybody, she will do it. So I ask you, right now, this is the last message. You'll get some more messages from me later. But I'm saying to you right now that on this occasion of All Saints' Day, the 1st of November, 2013, when Mimi, I know tonight, pray to her and remember her and make offerings to her and prayers to her, which will all be answered. And I ask you to please reach out to me and to my family, and let us set this matter aside so I can move on, and so her soul can find peace in eternity. And this is all I have to say. And I pray for you, I pray for your family, and I pray for your health. And I hope that I will not have to pray for you in an opposite way. I hope that you'll take the time to look at these videos and to understand the message that I have for you. In Mimi's name, I ask you, you have her blood on your hands. You still have Krock killing people in your hospital. You need to fix these problems. We need to talk about the problems in your management processes. May you have a good evening. May you enjoy your steak, enjoy your wine, or whatever it is you do when you're making $47 million a year, okay? I look forward to speaking to you soon, and have a good night.
Oui. Venez.
Sai.
Basta aussi.